I got the Ozark Trail Rebel. Yup, I got it. Woo! Woohoo! Let's get some stand-up paddling action. Oh, this is the next level of Ozark Trail gravel bike. So you have a nice mix of gears where you're not jumping from super easy to super hard. Woo. Forks, nice and rigid and stiff, but the ride is still smooth. Complain about the seat a little bit. Wow, dude, really? Woo! 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 Oh yeah! Woo! Yeah, so I ain't got no brake action. This bike makes me like drop bars a lot more. I can push that seat post way down. Let's go. What I like to do with these bikes is I like to test them out straight out the box. No lubing, nothing done to it, because the average person probably won't be doing all that. Super quiet. It's not making no noise. Oh gosh. Can you feel the difference between the G1 and the G2? Yo, what's up everybody? CAYNE here representing. Check it out, y'all. I got the Ozark Trail Rebel. Yup, I got it. This is the next level of Ozark Trail gravel bike action right here going down. This is the $658 complete bike, which is supposed to be better than the $258. Actually, this is $288 drop bar version. There's no flat bar version of that bike yet. And this bad boy, I gotta say, is looking pretty nice. I wasn't really excited about seeing it in black, you know, it's very generic color. I like the gold graphics they have in there, and it actually looks really nice in person. I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks nice in person. I wish they would have did a different color, but it looks nice. The comparison between this bike and that bike is, number one, the forks on the new bike are way beefier. Check these guys out right here. Woo, real beefy. These are carbon forks, they're way beefier. They look way nicer, and they have a through axle here on this bad boy, so it's real easy to put together. I was able just to take it out the box and just put it together. So when I got this bike, I got it in the box. I didn't get it from the store, straight from the box, put it together with no problems. Another thing that happened was the stem was put on the fork backwards for packaging purposes, but like everybody's been saying, that yes, this right here, the lock nut here for the top cap, is super torque, so it's really hard to get it off, and you got to make sure that you have the right size Allen key to loosen that up, because if you don't, you're gonna wind up stripping this out. That's how tight this bad boy is, but you can get it off though. It's tight, but it's not like as tight as, not tight like everybody keeps saying, like it's like impossibly tight, but it is tight. So definitely get the right size Allen key for that bad boy so you can turn the stem around and lock it in. This stem right here is a lot longer than the stem that was on the original bike, even though this one has a shorter stem on it. I put a short dirt jumper stem on this bike to bring it back, because it just felt way too long out the box with the original stem. On the other hand, this bike here, which is also a medium, this bike right here actually feels kind of good with this long stem on here, even though I probably will shorten it down just so I can do a little bit more things, be a little bit more comfortable. But just out the box, this bike is a more comfortable bike than this bike was out the box. So, and I really like this bike here. I like it better in flat bar version than drop bar. I think these bars are slightly wider than the bars on the G1. So I think the G2 bars might be a little bit wider than the G1 bars. The top tube seems like it slants down a little bit more on the G2 than it does on the G1. So it looks like you have a little more room to play with when it comes to doing maneuvers on the bike, especially if you like doing tricks and stuff like I do. So it looks like there's a little bit more room to play with, because this top tube is a little bit down, giving this more of a slant. Another thing too is this doesn't have a quick release seat post clamp. I can't remember if the original does. I think the original came with a quick release, but I could be lying to you on that one. So this doesn't have a quick release. I'm gonna definitely change this to a quick release. And this tube here actually goes all the way down. It slams all the way down, as opposed to on this frame, even though that's a different tube, it doesn't slam all the way down like the original seat tube. It ended right about here in the same area. But on this bike over here, that tube actually goes all the way down, which is cool. You have these tires here. These are the Kenda tires, and they're pretty much similar to the ones that you find on the drop bar G1. Was it V2 or V3 or whatever it is? But these are a slimmer version of the ones that are on the G1. These are a lot beefier. These are a lot bigger. I wouldn't say beefier, but they're a lot bigger, a lot wider than these guys. These are, what are they? These are 700C by 40, and these guys are 700C by 45C. Okay, so these are a little bit bigger, and I'm not really a fan of these tires to begin with, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel about these because the tread is pretty much the same. I like the tread on the original G1 flat bar, which had a skinnier tire, but it was a lot more knobby, and it went through a lot of different terrain, way better than these tires. But we're gonna see how these tires are in the 40 size as opposed to the 45 size right there. You got these pedals on here, which are a lot smaller. They seem a lot smaller than these pedals. These pedals have more platform. So the ones on the original Ozark Trail had more platform than these guys right here, and I think it's because they try to make it more diamond shaped, so these are a little bit smaller. I like bigger platform pedals on my bike than these pedals right here. These right here were just cutting it to begin with. These pedals right here were just cutting it with the size, but they weren't bad. Didn't slip either in the rain and stuff like that. They were good, but they just weren't really big enough. They weren't wide enough. But these guys right here, definitely gonna see how these feel, but they're definitely a lot smaller. You also have the shifter here. It's a 1x, so you only have one sprocket on there, which is a way better sprocket than the one that's on there. It's a 2x on the original bike, and this is definitely cheapo, but this bike is a lot cheaper than that bike, so that's expected. And these cranks here, the crank arms aren't too bad, but as you can see, there is no outboard bottom bracket, and the spindle is one of those square shaped type spindles, which I don't like. You know, I always talked about how I was afraid I was gonna bend them or break them, which I didn't do. But on this bike here, which is the more expensive bike, so you expect something a little better, and you do get that. You get the outboard bottom bracket, so you get that stiffness that you're looking for in the bike that costs a little bit more. So there's also that. So you also have the usual mounting points for your bottles and things like that, and also if you want to put a rack on the back, if you want to put a rack on the front, you have all the different mounting spots. You also have the one on the bottom as well. You also have holes for cables if you want to do a drop post. If you want to do a dropper post on this bad boy, you can do that because you have an access point right there. You also have access point here and access point here for other goodness that I probably will not put on this bike. I like my bike simple. You also have the through axle in the back, which looks really nice and sexy, unlike the quick release that you have on the original bike. So this actually gives you more stiffness because it's an enclosed dropout. That adds more stiffness to the rear end, which gives you more response when you pedal your bike. You also have a through axle here, which I believe is a 15, which gives you which will give you a smoother roll on your bike. Your bike will be rolling a lot smoother. You also have some better brakes on here, better disc brakes, some Tektro brakes right here on the front and in the back, looking real nice. And that's pretty much it. This bike is nice, it's simple, it's a 1x, which I really like. And you also have a better shifter here, which is real nice. There are a lot of things to like about this bike, and it's definitely, just from riding in the street for a second, it was a better rider experience just off the bat. Now, what I like to do with these bikes is I like to test them out straight out the box. No lubing, nothing done to it, because the average person probably won't be doing all that. They'll just be putting the bike together or having their friend put the bike together and just hitting the road and riding it. So I didn't do any extra work on it. I got the bike out the box, put the front wheel on, turned the stem around, tightened that up, put the seat post on, threw the pedals on, no lube, just tightened everything up. We're gonna see how this bike is the way it is right now. This bike is a little bit, well, the stem, of course, is long. I feel a little stretched out, but it doesn't feel as bad as the other bike did when it was stretched out. This feels better. Also, brakes are okay. They don't stop you like on a dime or anything. So probably some new brake pads might be in order. So there's that. Another thing I noticed when I first put the bike together was the freewheel wasn't all the way tight. So those first couple of pedals, you felt it slipping. It wasn't really slipping, it was just tightening into the thread. Now it's good. So there's that. Pedals do feel a little small, but you won't know that difference if you haven't ridden the bike with bigger pedals. So there's that. Bike is definitely a lot lighter. Woo, and it feels a lot faster than the other bike. And the shifting is also a lot better on this bike. This little shift is real nice. This bike feels way more solid and more sporty than the G1. And it's fast, very fast. Woo! As you see, it's not making any noise. I didn't do no adjustment to the derailleur, no adjustment to the brakes, none of that. I'm just riding straight out the box. And it's feeling good. Woo! It's feeling really good. So this definitely inspires you to go fast. I would definitely get a shorter stem. If I got a shorter stem, it would put me in the right spot, like almost the perfect spot. Definitely a better rider experience with this drop bar, which means the flat bar probably is gonna feel amazing. But I like the flat bar. That's my joint. So right now we're just cruising along, man. Bike is feeling super nice. No gear slipping, none of that. It's just feeling good. It's a very inspirational ride on this bike. Definitely like this bike better than the Ozark Trail G1 drop bar. Just off the drivetrain alone, the lightness, the positioning of just the angle of the top tube. I like that a lot better. And like I said, everything seems like it's easier to reach on this bike. Even though it's still long, everything just feels easier to reach. Like I don't feel like I'm 1,000 miles away from the brakes with the stock stem. So I'm assuming the top tube is probably a little shorter. And this is a medium, just like my other one was a medium. I almost thought about getting the small, but for comparison's sake, I said, let me get a medium. I'm glad I got the medium. Standing up and pedaling feels good too. That feels good too. I'm really not mad at this bike. Shifting is great. And this little shifter here is pretty awesome. And we are moving. I need to put my strap on. See what kind of speeds I'm getting. Oh yeah. Okay. This bike is fun. This bike makes me like drop bars a lot more. Definitely makes me like drop bars more. This is a likable drop bar bike. Whew. All right, let me get my strap on. Clock some miles over here. Yeah, the brakes take a lot to stop. They kind of just really just there to slow you down. They're not really doing too much in the stopping department. I got the Strava on. I'm gonna clock a little bit of miles, get some mileage in. My first miles on the bike. The shifting is great on this bike. No popping out of gear, no little weird noises because the derailleur is off. Perfectly fine. Just fine. Just fine. Of course, these tires are smooth on the pavement. Really smooth on the pavement, of course. would be nice if the brakes were a little more responsive when you touch them lightly, because when you touch them lightly, they really don't do too much. But even still, it's an improvement from the other bike. Yeah. No chain flapping noises. Jumped the curb a little bit. Didn't get no chain flap. Hit all kind of little bumps. No chain slap. And the chain's not coming off. That's a good look. On Route 112 right now, on the bootleg bike lane, and a nice wind blowing against me. Yeah, that one is blowing nicely against me. Woo. So, this is definitely, like I said before, a better rider experience. You definitely feel like you paid for a more expensive bike riding this guy. Don't let them fool you. This definitely feels better than the G1. And I love the G1. And you know, a lot of it with the G1 is like, it's just so surprising how a bike that's so cheap, $288 for the drop bar, $258 for the flat bar, can feel so good straight out the box from Walmart. So it's just that whole thing right there makes the bike feel 1,000 times better. Also, the fact that it can handle a lot of the stuff that I was throwing at it when I was doing my test with it. I'm not done with that either. I'm going to be upgrading my flat bar and getting it ready for the BMX track. Whew. I'm loving the fact that this is a one body. This definitely rides smoother because of the better parts. When you're cranking, it feels smoother, it feels more confident. Truthfully, if you're not a competitive cyclist, there's really nothing else you would want to get on this bike, truthfully. Casual rider who wants a decent bike that feels good, this right here might be the one. Especially for the price point. I don't know what gear I'm in. I don't have a thing that tells me if I'm on gear 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. But it feels great though. I'm loving it. So on the road, this bike is great. Only thing I would do really is I would get a shorter stem, or a combination of a shorter stem and shorter bars. Other than that, everything else is great. Right here, right now we're in the bootleg bike lane. Cars on either side. Crazy janky. This feels like it has a better gear ratio spread than the drop bar G1. I feel like I have a nice selection of gears to go through. It's not like I'm going from a super hard gear to a super easy gear. Let's see if I can find this little trail through the woods. I think I passed it. I always pass it. Oh no, here it is. Let's go. Woo. Yeah, so I ain't got no brake action on that. Oh yeah. No chain slap, which is awesome. Go through this part here. No chain slap. That's great. Taking this around. Of course, these tires don't have the greatest grip, so you can't be 100% confident hitting those slippery turns. No, no, no. So the gravelly, slippery, sandy turns, definitely gonna be careful on this bike till you get some good knobbies. Whew. Pickleball, full effect. Yeah, pickleball is in full effect over here. Basketball, pickleball. Oh, I see like a sandy berm. I said it. Let's hit the sandy berm. Woohoo! Nice. Alright, let's go in here. One great thing about gravel bikes is they inspire you to explore places you may not have explored if you was on a road bike. I can go anywhere with this guy, pretty much. Some sandy stuff right here. I'm on the grass, cutting through. Oh, and like I was saying before, with the G1 flat bar that I have with the old knobby tires, they cut through this stuff a lot better. Feels like you're not even riding on the grass with that bike. So there's that. So we're on the path here, just chilling. A little tired already. Let's go up this hill right here. See what we got. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nice. Let's go around the back over here. No chain slapping going on. It's a little bumpy too. No chain slap. And we got the sand right here. Let's go. Ooh. Yeah. No problem. No problems with this bike. Oh yeah. Got some gravel stuff over here. And we just cut through all this. The bike is super quiet. Super quiet. It's not making no noise. Cutting through all this pretty easily. Nice. Nice. Alright. Whew. I can't go through that way, so I'll go this way. Ooh yeah. So you can just cut through whatever, it doesn't even matter. This bike will go through it no problem. It's nice and light. And you can make it happen. Woo! So that was the first little test through the dirt. If you're just doing hard pack trails, you're fine. Bike handles it real nice. I'm on a pretty easy gear right now, so I'm gonna step it up one. Yeah, see? This feels even better. So you have a nice mix of gears where you're not jumping from super easy to super hard. And I really appreciate that. I really do. All right, so let's go down this block again. And let's go on an adventure real quick. Late afternoon adventure. Woo! Yeah, so we are Audi 5000. Just cruising on 110, cruising on 112. What's wrong with me? and we're on the bootleg bike lane. They gotta step up the bike lane, protected bike lane action on 112. People go really fast on this road. We gotta step that up out here in Suffolk County. Let's see, I go up one more. Look at that. I went up one more and it wasn't so abrupt. That's pretty amazing. I'm really digging that. Woo. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go up on the curb. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sidewalk hustling. Woo. Whoa. Whoa. I was able to bunny hop it. All right. I'm gonna make sure my camera's not hitting nothing. Let's go. Take this way. Woo! Getting a good leg workout. Building some power in my legs. Get that power up. Oh yeah. Let's go. Woo. Let's get some stand-up paddling action. Now, when it comes to stand-up pedaling, I kind of wish the bars were a little bit wider. I like really wide bars. Give you more control over the bike, more torque when you're trying to pick up speed and stuff. Woo! Can't wait to put a flat bar on this bad boy. Let's see if I can do a track stand. Ooh! I can backpedal and all of that without having to worry. Unlike the other bike, if I backpedal on the other bike, that'd be problems. Okay, here we go. Ugh. Let's go. Yeah, on the other bike, if I was to, let's say, do that, that would have been a problem. A big old problem. So I'm riding with one hand. I don't feel as nervous as I did on the other bike when I rode one-handed, because my hands are right there. I can reach the brakes. Even like that, I can reach the brakes. They're pretty accessible. Even with the long stem, I can access the brakes, which is pretty cool. Yep, pretty cool indeed. And I love that shifter for shifting the gears. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And the tires are doing good. Didn't do too bad on the sand either. Probably because they're slightly thinner. Although, since they're slightly thinner, probably cut through the sand better than the 45mm joints. Forks, nice and rigid, stiff, but the ride is still smooth, which I really appreciate. So I ain't mad at that. Lots of things to be happy about. I'm happy I purchased this bike, not just to find out how good it was, but just because it's way better. And I really like the other Ozark Trail G1s. But this is a far better ride drop bar than the G1 drop bar, in my opinion. I like this way better. So technically, you know, I was gonna do a bunch of upgrades to the flat bar bike. I changed the stem on that. So I think I might throw that stem on this bike and call it a day, because that's pretty much all I need. We're gonna test out how the parts are in some more rugged terrain, but just for general riding on some soft dirt and things like that, the grass, this is just fine. just fine. Yeah, I do like the black, but I do wish they did something a little bit different. Maybe add some more of that gold that they have in the graphics. Maybe put some stripes on here or something. But nah, bike is riding and looking fresh. I like it. All right, so now I'm doing something silly. I'm riding and change my mounting position, which is not very smart to do on the road. It's got a little bit of traffic on it. Especially since I can't keep myself too straight playing around. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I just had the gear slip on me. Let's go downshift while we're trying to go up this. Ooh. Wasn't liking that. Oh. Okay, finally popped into gear. Still way better than the other bike. But there definitely was some gear slippage going on just now. Some gear slippage. Okay. Let me get this mount on. So we can make it happen. Yeah. There we go. All right. So now we're back in business. Back in business. Light just turned green too. Okay, here we go. Getting our speed on. Ooh. Another thing about this bike is changing gears and going fast on it doesn't feel like a chore. Sometimes riding the other bike felt like a chore, like I didn't have a good middle of the road gear where I can just kind of coast and not be just killing myself, you know what I'm saying? This bike got some good in between gears. I think this is a 10, a 1x10, not 1x8 like the other bike. I'll put it up on screen for y'all. Woo! Cranks are 170s, 170 millimeter. Just like my other big bikes. 26 inch, my 27.5. I'm running 170s on all those bikes. And it's just a very pleasurable ride. The seat on this bike, I've seen people complain about the seat a little bit. Wow, dude, really? Really? But let me find out, it's my fault, right? Whatever, this is a bike path, bootleg bike path. And that's the reason why somebody can easily sideswipe you driving like a moron. Anyways, I forgot what I was talking about. How about that? Driving like a clown. Made me forget what I was talking about. Whew. I think I was talking about changing gears. Riding some of the harder gears felt like a chore on the other bike, as opposed to this bike. Have more gears to choose from. Whew, I got the wind blowing against me too. I'm definitely feeling that. And just the way the bike rides, it feels lighter than the other bike. So it's definitely an improvement. Don't get it twisted. This bike is clearly an improvement from the other bike. Now, of course, the derailleur issue I have, I can actually fix that. But it wouldn't fix the chain slap or the chain coming off when I hit really bumpy terrain. It's not fixing that. So, drivetrain already on this bike is way better. I believe I need to measure it, but I believe the top tube on this bike is a lot shorter, or just shorter, which makes the bike better for my height and my arm length. Makes it feel like a true medium. I am stretched out a little bit more than I'd like to, but it's not to a point where I'm like having a miserable time on this bike. On the Ozark G1, in order for me to feel close to that, I had to put the really short stem on the other bike. So I know when I put a short stem on this bike, man, it's gonna be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And I think, like I said, I think that's all I'm gonna do with this bike. I think that's all I'm gonna do with this bike. I'm gonna ride this to the ground. Woo. Oh yeah. So this bike definitely makes me like drop bar bikes more than the other bike. Definitely does. Let me check some stuff now, because I really didn't tighten nothing up. I just took the bike out, threw the pedals on, all that good stuff, and just really like an irresponsible person getting the bike for the first time, who doesn't know any better. That's how I put this bike together. Because I wanted to see, number one, how good the bike was out the box, number one. Number two, I wanted to approach it in a way somebody who doesn't really know any better would approach it. They would get the bike, take it out the box, read the instructions, put the put the stuff on, and then keep it moving. And probably keep the stem put on the wrong way. So just remember, folks, the bike comes with the stem backwards on the forks. You got to turn them around. A little 180 spin, tighten it up. So keep that in mind when you're putting your bikes together. But other than that, the bike is running real nice. Nice and smooth. Little sidewalk action here. Yeah. Stay away from the cars for a little bit. Little sidewalk single speed action. Woo. Little single speed, single track. Oh yeah, let's go. Nice. Oh yeah. Let's go. Uh-oh. Woo. Yeah, this is definitely a pleasure to ride, I must admit. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Woo. And I'm climbing too. A little bit of a climb right here. Yeah. This is some bumpy stuff right here. Woo, don't even hear nothing. Don't even make a noise. Don't hear no chain slapping. No chain slap. Getting all kind of little bumps. I'm not getting any chain slap. Woo! Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, these brakes are, they're good for slowing down, but not for no emergency stops. Emergency stop, you're gonna be in trouble. Definitely gonna be in trouble if you gotta make an emergency abrupt stop. So probably some new brake pads would do the trick. Whew. And I definitely feel so much better when I can sit up like this with the bars back this far. Ooh, I'd be happy. I'd be a happy camper. Whew. Wind is still blowing against me as we traverse down this block. Whew. So how many people got this bike and are feeling the upgrades, really feeling the effects of the upgrades? Let me know in the comments, anybody who purchased this bike, can you feel the difference between this bike and the G1? Can you feel the difference between the G1 and the G2? Let me know. I definitely do. I definitely feel a difference. I think I turned here. Maybe. This is where we're going to turn. I think it was the other block I was supposed to turn at. But maybe it's the same difference. Definitely was the other block. Whew. It's crazy. You take 1 or 2 days off. It's like you never rode. Breathing all heavy. Having a hard time going up the hills. But I'm doing different gears on this bike. I'm used to my 20-inch, which has a relatively easy gear. So my legs are used to that. Muscle memory. Muscle memory. All right, what we got? We got a something. We'll just go this way. It'll take us where we need to go. That's what I like about riding bikes with gears, is that I can put the gear on hard, ride it around for a while like that, hop my 20, I can get some good snaps out the gate. Speaking of that, I really gotta practice my sprints on my 20-inch, because all this riding around chilling like this, that's cool and all, but that's not really help me when it comes to coming out of the gate at the track. So I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to work on that. Let's see what this says. That says dead end. So I definitely made the wrong turn somewhere. So, question now is, what should I do? We're gonna go this way. We're gonna double back. Go up that block, make a left, make another left, and hope that we will be heading in the right direction. Because right now, I made the wrong turn. Several wrong turns. Ooh. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we got up here. Cross street at all? Not really. Well, well, well. Seems as if I made the wrong turn. I gotta go down another block. Hopefully this block will take me the right way. Either that or I didn't go down far enough. And I completely played myself. Woo. And it is a beautiful day for a bike ride. Absolutely beautiful day for a bike ride. Tell me I can get through this way if I make a left. Absolutely not. Dead end, all types of dead ends. So somewhere I made a wrong turn somewhere. And I'm hearing gear noise. That's not cool. Let's see. All right, it's better now. But I did start hearing the gear noise. The derailleur noise, basically. Okay. So I don't know where I made the mistake at. I think I didn't go far enough. Maybe that's the problem. So now I have to go back to the road I was just on. And try and make up for my mistakes. Ooh, somebody on a road bike. Okay. They got somebody on a road bike over there. He's just chilling, he ain't going fast. He's in chill mode, I think. Alright, so I didn't go down that block. It wouldn't have made a difference because it wouldn't take me where I wanted to go. I went down this block, hitting dead ends. So maybe I have to go down a little bit further. Maybe I have to go down a little bit further to get to where I want to go. That's what I'm thinking. Here goes tree. That's not what I want. Hey, how you doing? All right. Not tree. Maybe the name will ring a bell when I get to it. Fairway? Not fairway. I don't know if I go straight, I'll wind up hitting the block anyway. I'll just go straight. Province. Province was the block. Doesn't matter because it's gonna take me to this road right here. So it don't really matter. It's gonna take me right to this road right here. All right. Let's go. What we got? We got cars. That's the reason why the GPS originally told me to go down Province. I can avoid some of this bootleg bike lane stuff. Bootleg bike lane avoidance. Oh yeah. Ooh. There we go. Here we go. Oh man. Gotta get that power in my legs, man. The power of road bike legs. That's what I need. A little climb here. Whew. That hurt. I'm riding a heavier gear. Whew. Okay. Now we're about to go to a major road. A little more major. Just a wee bit more major. Shifted down, no problem. No crazy jankiness. Happy about that. $347. They're gonna be adding a bike path, a bike lane that takes you all the way down to 112. They haven't gotten this far yet. At least I believe that's what they're trying to do. Because if you go down further by 112, there's a bike lane on this side of the road. If you go by the mall, to the Smith Haven Mall, you'll see that bike path. So they're working on making it longer right now. They added about a couple 100 feet already. So I'll be looking forward to riding that once it's done, but I can also ride the parts that they finished already. So maybe I'll do that in the video and ride that. Woo! Man, oh man. Riding this bike with no worries. Like I said, I just put the front wheel on, put the handlebars on, put the pedals on, rotated the stem in the right direction, called it a day. That's all I did. I'm out here riding. Hitting bumps, not worrying about the chain coming off. Woo. Do a little climb right here, changing the gears, no problem. Not a problem at all changing the gears. Oh boy. Definitely getting a good workout. Changing gears. Getting some good resistance. Ooh. About to head to the trails. The trails. And the trails are open too. Say word. Okay, so here we are, Percy Rayner. And I need to lower my seat post. Oh, that part's closed. Oh, stuff is still a little wet, except for this little pump track. So let's ride the little pump track. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Come around the berm. My foot hit the tire. So be mindful of that. Get my little sit down on the turn here. Zoom. Yeah. Oh yeah. So a lot of stuff is closed because of the rain we had yesterday, which I totally forgot about. But there are some spots that are open. So in order for me to have some fun here, I'm gonna put the seat post down and see what we can do on this bad boy. I see they have the middle jump line open. This is exit only over here, so we have to come up the other way. They got the middle jump line open. So the little tables in the middle, those are open. So let's see what we got. Yeah. Riding through the trails. Nice. Alright, so the little middle one is open. The big guys are closed. Definitely don't want to get those messed up. Wait for everything to dry off so we can get busy. So I'm not even gonna play around. I think I said before, I'm gonna lower my seat post. Definitely don't want to get bucked off the bike. Just trying to ride around. Don't want that kind of action. So I'm gonna lower the seat post as low as it can go. Got my Allen key with me, thank goodness. I'm gonna lower the seat post as far as it can go. So that way, my seat won't be in the way when I try and ride over all this stuff. And as you can see, I can push it way down. I can push that seat post way down, which I really like. And I have way more room to play with. Way more room to play with the seat that low. So on the other G1, seat post was kind of high up. I was still, it was still pretty high up, the seat post. But now, seat's pretty, it's pretty low. So I'll have more room to play around and do things. So I'm gonna do a little run here. I'm gonna chill out, I ain't gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna do a nice little slow run because I have the camera on the front, and then I'll take the camera off and try it from a different angle. So you just come through here like this. Come down. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta take this camera off so it don't hit me in my face when I'm riding around. Come around here. Woo. And then ride back up to the top. Chill. Yeah. Nice. The bike feels silky smooth, quiet, and tight. No rattling or nothing. It's just really nice feel. See what it look like. Oh. I was jumping on the handlebars and my hands in this position. I'm gonna try this position now and see what happens. Cause that way, straight nosedive, and I still feel the seat kind of hit my butt, so I still have a little room to bring it down more, but that's as far as I can go. So we're gonna see if I don't nosedive this time. Wish me luck. Ooh. 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 Let's go for it again with the low handlebar action. That's better. Ooh. The next time I did it with my hands down here was a little better, a little more ready for it. So I'm gonna go for it one more time, and then we'll move on. Oh, oh, that felt better, but I don't think I cleared the jump. So I'm gonna try and clear it with some confidence. Hopefully I don't get squirrely because we don't want to have that happen. Don't want to fall and nothing like that. But so far so good. The bike feels tight. No chain slap, no chain coming off. All good. Let's try and clear it this time. Oh yeah. Oh, still getting a little sketchy nosedive. Gotta do something about that. This time, no sketchy nosedives. Let's go. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It's so smooth and quiet. That's what I really like about it. I did do another little bit of a nosedive, but I did clear it that time. So maybe this time I'll try and get a little hop. Try and get a little style out of it, because I wasn't really pulling up. So let me try and pull up a little bit and see what happens. A little pull up action. Oh yeah, that was cool. That was pretty cool. This is kind of an easy jump to clear. I'm gonna try and keep it low, keep my lowness going, and see if I can clear the second one. So I'm gonna try and kind of coast over this one, either manual over it or coast over it, so I can jump over the next one. Let's see if that's doable. All right, so we're gonna try and stay low. Oh. That actually kind of worked out. Very sloppily, but it worked out. So let's move down, see if I can get this one together. It wasn't that bad. I gotta do it again so I can clear it. But it wasn't that bad. Very sketchy. Whoa. A little sketchy. I gotta get better at this. Yo, got my dude Oscar representing right here.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Over here at the trails, man. This dude puts in so much work making these trails amazing. Him and the whole crew, man. Gotta give a shout out to all those guys. The crew, yeah.
Yeah, not me.
Shout out to all the guys that come here and chip in and help out, and you know, just the fact that this is a legit spot, man. So big shout out to Percy Rayner, Oscar, everybody who's out here representing. So we got a place to ride in Long Island. It might be long for some of y'all, especially in Nassau County, but we got a place. We just got to keep making more places like this in Long Island so we can just make this whole thing grow.
Yeah.
Word.
BMX.
Yeah.
And bikes in general.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, as a matter of fact, what do you think about this this gravel bike here?
I think it's dope. It looks super clean.
Yeah.
And, you know, looks nice.
Yeah, it does look nice. Bike. Yeah. Looks legit.
And I saw you jump on the first couple of tables. It looks good. It looks smooth.
It felt smooth. It felt sketchy smooth.
I mean, it was smooth. I mean, that means more of the rider is in control than the bike itself. But
true that. Yeah, man.
It's a clean looking bike.
Yeah, I'm digging it, man. We're gonna put it through the ringer though. That's for sure.
Nice.
So, the initial ride at the jumps was fun. Hit these little tables. That was cool. And just riding around in the dirt on this was fun too. Like just navigating through the dirt. So I'm gonna go in the back. I heard the guys are in the back working on some of the lines over there. So I'll see what's up with that. And take my time over here. I'm not gonna jump nothing up with my bag on my back. But I'll come through here, do a little gravel bike. Oh wait, you know what I gotta do? No, I'm gonna leave my seat down. I'll leave my seat post down. I was gonna raise my seat post, but I'll leave it down. Come around here. Ooh, hit the turn. Yeah. Riding through the woods here. Ooh. We're gonna turn right here. Work our way to the back. Ooh. Yeah. Oh! What up? What's going on? Chilling. Yo!
What, you ride your bike here from Queens?
No, this is from local.
What's the distance?
What's good with y'all? This line open?
The flow line's open and the return line is open.
Oh, snap. I might have to do that. Skinny fatty.
Fat and skinny.
Fat and skinny. This is one of my favorite fat bikes. One of my favorite. This thing is made to get busy.
Yeah, I'm still hunting for another one in a small. It's hard to find, so that I can build it as the 24.
What is that, a mini? I mean, what size is that? Is it medium?
You know, there's only two sizes, and it's a 16 and an 18.
Got you.
So somebody saying that theirs is a 17.5, I'm pretty sure he's wrong. I'm pretty sure that dude's wrong. That it's
Right.
a 16 and an 18.
Got you.
Two sizes. This is the 16.
And that's the C2 pipe basically, right? When they do the numbers like that on mountain bikes?
I think so.
Yeah. Got you. Well, I'm gonna do a lap on the long line here. So you got a medium leak.
Yeah. So basically, I got to do this
Between runs, you got to pump some air in the tire.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do a nice little gentle ride around, gravel bike style.
Right.
And we're just gonna cruise around and see what happens. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, a little manual. Ooh, a manual that. Ooh, a manual that. Oh, this is so jumpable. I might have to jump on this. Get my manual on. Woo. Yeah. Ooh. There might be some jumping action going on today, party people. There just might be some jumping action going on today. And these jumps are bigger on this side too. There we go. Oh gosh. That's scary. Hold up. That guy's big. All right, let's try and do some simple jumps first. Let's do the small side first. I still gotta get used to the small ones. Yeah, the return line a little bigger. Oh, it's a Canyon dirt jumper. That's nice. I like that.
Canyon Sticks 360.
Yeah. They gotta send your bikes in for Bike of the Day on sugarcane.com. I guess I'll follow you before your tire goes flat.
Sounds good.
Dropping. Let's see if I can hold it, keep up. Woo. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Woo. Woohoo. Oh, yo, I was able to get through that one.
Chase the back guy.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
I was able to get through though.
on that Geo,
Yep.
for sure. I think after that last one, before the pumps, or somewhere, hit my butt on the tire.
Oh yeah? Yeah, I'm surprisingly have not hit my butt yet on the tire or my seat on this side. So this is already a better bike than the other one. And it's funny, it's like a placebo, you know. I only spent $288 for the other flat bar. So riding that is like, wow, it's great. It's like having like a, you know, when you get something that's a little bit cheaper and it performs better than what you pay for, it makes it seem so much better.
Oh yeah.
But it's a good bike, but once you get on this guy and compare it, it's like,
You're like,
kind of no
yeah,
comparison.
now I understand.
Now I see why this is 600. The other one's, you know, this basically could be $1,000 bike. Truthfully, the carbon forks too.
Dropping in?
I'll follow you, and maybe I'll jump. Maybe I won't. I don't know. This is a little bigger.
Yeah.
I gotta do that side a little bit more before I really try to commit to this side.
1 is pretty comfortable.
I mean, I've done it on my.
Not that bad. 3 kind of drops away. 3 becomes way more poppy, and the landing is steeper.
Yeah.
1 and 2 are very comfortable.
Yeah. On my 20, you know, all day, but this thing right here, this is like a little bit of a learning curve on this guy.
Yeah. That's crazy when they're doing all the trials and the jumping on that stuff. That's just no.
Let me see. Oh, woohoo, woo! I'm not doing that one yet. Oh, there's nowhere to go here either. No exit. I did hit the first 2, I believe. That was pretty awesome. All right, so the bigger the jumps, the better this thing is. The little jumps I did earlier were a little sketchy, but the big jumps, this thing likes big jumps.
I even got number 5.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
I got the first 2 on the return. Not bad. All right, party people. So I'm gonna ride this bike around here. You saw me do first person point of view, but we're gonna get some action of the bike in action. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Woo! 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 Oh yeah. One thing I do notice is my foot slips off the pedals. Definitely need grippier pedals for doing stuff like this. We're gonna hit this nice guy right here and move on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Woo. Whoa. Woohoo. Woo. Woohoo. Now. Oh yeah. Woo. Put more air in my tires now. It's really jumping. Oh. So I put more air in my tires. Now she's running good. Way better than before. Didn't have enough before. Now I got a lot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. The jumps get progressively bigger as you go. So I'm gonna put it on this next one. And then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the other side. Hit those first 2 over there. Woo! Woo! Woohoo! Oh! I'll do like 1,000 miles on this thing. I go to the track and try and do sprints. I'm like, done. All right, so
I say to everybody, the gathering points at the at the beginning end of the flow track. I'm like, you ready to get some wind sprints?
Exactly.
Do some touches.
So what I'll do is I'll go down. It's kind of like what you guys, how you started the last time. You're kind of perfectly aligned. I'm gonna go a little faster though this time, and I'm just gonna cut through. I'm gonna weave through this right here basically, and then you guys just. I guess when I get down and get to the just past the roller maybe, or maybe at the roller start coming down.
Yep. So like when you dropped in, you were at the roller. And then I started to go, and then you banged left towards the white tarp, and I was like catching up to you. I think I hit number 1 like right when you were at the white tarp. That way I was able to do number 2.
Okay.
You were kind of like right there.
All right, guys, we're gonna do a little interesting shot.
You want me to be in the lead this time? No, I don't.
Say what's up to the people first.
What's up? What's up?
Tell me your name, Instagram, all this stuff.
I'm Chris. I am on Instagram. I think it's like CM McNally 22.
There you go.
You know, I like to ride Cunningham and here, and it's great to catch up to Al and have some fun with him.
Yeah. And he riding what? What you riding
I'm
in?
on a Canyon Stitch 360. It's basically stock, but I put on these pretty cool matching pedals, but they can hurt you. But we're all right. Well, you got to notice the gold flake in front.
You know what I'm saying? The gold flake with the gold pedal. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there.
And it got me back in the dirt jumps as quick as can be.
Yeah. And then who we got here on the legendary 1-on-1.
I'm still the guy jumping the fat bike.
Yeah.
No social media, just the guy on the fat bike.
All right, so we're gonna go, they're gonna jump, I'm gonna go on the side, and we're gonna try and get a cool shot of them in the air while I'm going around on this bike right here. So let's see. Let's see if we get in the first try. Okay. Red Bull, here we come. Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna go this way. And here they come. There you go. There we go. There we go. Woo! And this is where my, this is where my trip stops because I can't get up there. I should go a little faster, but it's a real tight tree. So I have to make a line. I gotta make a line here where I can get through the whole thing next to them and we can get a real nice run. Now the only problem here is my camera moved a lot, a whole lot. But that was cool. All right, party people, we're gonna do another point of view, another POV ride. We're gonna have Chris in front of us this time. Woohoo! Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, woo, woohoo! Yeah, this bike is like, man, this is floating. Woo! Yeah, this bike was floating. Daggone. Now I'm used to it. This bad boy's floating.
Yeah.
If I take it to the track. Take it out the showroom. All right, I'm gonna hit the big ones this time.
Nice.
1 and 2 at least.
Yeah, you got those.
I could probably do 3, but I don't know.
3 is it's like pretty steep on the landing, so you're pitching into it.
I gotta pitch in. This is a bike you have to really mentally prepare to pitch.
Now, is it too long because you're here, or is it too long period? Like you don't even want it for your road rides?
Say that again?
The stem, is it too long?
The stem actually on this bike is not really too long. On the other bike, I felt way too stretched out and hunched over. On this one, it's just at the point where it's like, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But being that I like to ride upright, you know, I'm on a BMX bike all the time, I'd rather this be back here.
Well, your adaptability
You
is
know
amazing.
what I mean? All right, so I'm gonna follow you through this one and we're gonna see what happens.
All right.
Ooh,
Ride her up. Here we go.
get it. Oh, big jumps, big jumps. Oh, woohoo. Oh yeah. Oh. 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 I wasn't ready for that one. I wasn't ready for that last one. I just followed you and it was like, all right, I'll just keep going. All right, party people. Well, had a great time with the bros here. I haven't seen them in so long, man. This is a great reunion.
I go on your channel, I search out that super old video, getting over number rated, getting over number rated. Like,
yeah. That was a fun day.
He keeps ticking the numbers up on that.
Yo, and
Me too.
this bike right here, man, a lot of fun. I got salty sweat in my eye right now. Hold on a second, party people.
Oh yeah, that's a good looking bike.
Hold on, it looks really nice. It's funny because it came in green originally, a matte green, which was pretty dope. And I was like, when I saw it online and I saw the black, I was like, man, another black bike, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it actually looks really good in person.
Yeah.
It looks really good in person. Yeah, man. So this thing did a great job. My first day riding it, first impressions is like, yo, it's way better than the other one. And
this is your first ride?
this is my first ride today. I just put it together. But check this out. I took out the box, right?
Yeah.
The stem was put on backwards to fit in the box, whatever. So I rotated the stem, put the bars on, put the pedals on, put the front wheel on. And that was it. I didn't do any servicing to it at all. I just took it out the box and literally did that and got on the bike and rode.
Nice.
So yeah, man, this thing right here is it's legit. And I love that they have, you know, the bottom bracket, the outboard bottom bracket.
Yep.
The other one, you know, had the little, you know, the little, yeah, the ones that you have on the inside. So yeah, it's nice.
You definitely put this brand new bike through its paces today.
It's gonna be more to come.
Yeah. That's awesome. This is awesome being to the trail with the two opposite ends of the spectrum.
And then we got the fat bike right here getting busy too.
Two out of the trail. Yeah.
How long have you had that bike? You had it for like 10, 12 years, something like that?
It's about 10 years.
Yeah.
Around 2016 or so, I think is when I got it. I believe the frame was made in 2013. He found it for me. Was it Pink Book?
Pink bike?
Yeah, I think I got it on Pink Bike. $250 for the frame. There's one available, an 18-inch right now for $50.
Really? Are they still around, or they just out? They just
the old
aftermarket?
Ones,
Yeah.
I might actually take these parts that are more like, you know, like downhill and like, you know, almost enduro-ish, put it on that 18 and build this one that's a 16 into the 24 dirt jumper.
Yeah, got you.
Like the video that we saw. That was the whole reason I got this frame, was I saw that same video that you saw. That dude from Planet X shredding it.
Yeah. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, well, let me get on the road before it gets too dark.
Be safe, all right?
Yeah, because you know, out here it's crazy in the streets. These little bootleg bike lanes. At least we have bike lanes in Suffolk County. Nassau County, there's no bike lanes. I'll see y'all later. Woo! All right, so ooh, that breeze feels nice. That was a fun session at the spot for my first session at the. We ain't going through that. I ain't getting no ticks on me. No ticks on Mr. CAYNE tonight. A fun first session on the gravel bike. The G2. What's it gonna do? Right here, Percy Random Trails. Awesome trails, awesome trails. Like I said earlier, it rained, so a lot of the sections weren't open because you want them to dry you off so that way you don't put ruts and stuff, make it messed up. But some of the lines were open and actually had some fun there. Woo! That was a fun time. Hopefully the footage came out all right. I know it's getting a little dark, so hopefully that's all right. So now what I gotta do is I gotta ride back to the spot. I got my seat all low now, so I gotta raise that up. But I really love the fact that I can bring the seat low enough where it doesn't really interfere with my jumping around. The other bike, the green bike, sits a little bit taller, so you have a little bit less wiggle room to play around in the air. And hopefully you kind of see what I was talking about when I was hitting the jumps and stuff. So there's that. Ooh, let me turn this up a little bit. Holy cow. So that was fun. Still trying to decide. Okay. So I'm just gonna ride back to the spot. And this is gonna be the first of many videos on this bike. I have to say this bike made me change my mind a little bit about drop bar bikes. This is definitely a better representation of a drop bar bike for a BMXer like myself who likes to ride flat bar and BMX bikes and mountain bikes. This bike actually changed my mind a little bit. I must confess, I did have some fun on it. I put a lot more air in the tires so the bike should go a lot faster, and also should make things feel a lot more bumpy. I changed the frame rate before I was at 5K 60 because, you know, we had all the action going on, trying to get it to not be so streaky. We weren't getting a lot of light in there, so I don't know how the footage is gonna look. You guys already know because you already saw it. But now I have it in pure video on the X5, Insta360 X5. And pure video is made to make the videos look better when you have a lot of low light and also at night. So we do have some low light action. Not as bright as it was earlier. Sun's about to set. And I'm gonna work on getting back to the spot. Woo. But the bigger the jumps, the better this bike does. So when I was jumping the small jumps, it was very sketchy. Definitely felt sketchy. I was doing nosedives. Definitely wasn't riding those jumps very confidently. But once I got on the bigger jumps, it changed everything on this bike. It just felt like a natural actually on the jumps, and that's before I put air in the tires. So I thought I had enough air, but it definitely wasn't enough. So I pumped them up, made them harder. So when I get my pumps are way more effective, gain more speed in the pumps. When I hit the jumps, way less squirrely, way less sketchy. So it's a good look. Now, here's the other thing. I would make a right here, but this block is super sketchy for a bike. But that is the way that GPS would send you if you GPS'd forward. Oh, we have some sidewalk action. Ooh, I much prefer the sidewalk than being next to the cars out here, because they go fast. They go real fast. So we'll stay way over here. We're out here on 347, and eventually this is all supposed to become a bike lane. Bike pedestrian lane. I think so. And then there's also the Empire State Trail extension, which will take you from the city all the way out to Montauk Point and all that stuff out there, Riverhead. But that trail is actually going to run a little further south than this. But hopefully they'll make some kind of connector to connect to this, and hopefully this will connect to the, what's it, North Shore Greenway, I think it's called. Starts over there, and Port Jeff takes you all the way to Yaphank? I think it's Yaphank. Wading River or Yaphank, one of them. So it's like a 10-mile bike path they made. So if they can connect all those together, I'll make for some good ride. My gear just slipped. My gear just slipped just now. What's that about? Woo! So we're on the sidewalk, and we got to be very mindful of these driveways. So we don't want nothing to happen on nobody's driveway. Woo! Got a nice little cadence going on out here. It's a good time to be in the street because there's a turning lane right here, and the cars are not going to really pay you no mind if you're not in the street. So we're going to go in the street now, because that light's going to turn green any second, because they had a turning light just now. That's very loud. We are, there's no sidewalk over here. There's just shoulder. We'll stay as far over as possible, because people do like to go fast in this bad boy. So for cruising around, I prefer this hand position on the horn part of the handlebar. When I'm at the trails jumping around, I actually prefer my hands down here. Oddly enough. But we're going to play around with that. We're going to do another video where I play around with the different hand positions and see which one I like the best after, you know, doing some laps. See which one works out better for me. So I don't have wind blowing against me, and this is just feeling great. Woo. This right here is feeling great. Just cruising. Woo. Just cruising. And I have it on a harder gear, so definitely helped me out. We're building some power in my legs. Really good for cross training my legs. And one of these days I'll get to the track and see what it all means in relation to racing. Woo! Oh boy. And the cool thing about riding a gravel bike, or BMX bike, is that way more options on where you can ride. You can jump on a trail, dirt path. You can ride on the street. You don't have to really worry about the road so much. You can go off-road, jump on the grass, whatever. Not that it's impossible on a road bike, but a bike like a gravel bike, cyclocross, BMX, mountain. This is way more equipped for those type of scenarios. And you want to be ready for those scenarios. I'd rather be ready for those scenarios and be on a bike that's more prepared for those scenarios, because that's the reality of it. You're gonna wind up in a scenario like that sooner or later. Woo. Oh yeah. Man, oh man. All I legs are on fire. They're on fire, son. Whew. Man, oh man. Beautiful evening for a bike ride. So the one thing that needs to get fixed on here or adjusted on here are the brakes. I need to get some better brake pads. Or maybe I have to clean the brake pads or something so they can stop me better. Let me know what you guys do to make your brakes work better. The handles, the brake levers, the responsiveness is great. It's really just the pads not really stopping me as I would like them to. So there's that. Whew. Ooh, Tropical Cafe. I can get a smoothie right now. That's alright. I'll keep it easy. I'll get a water. I'll get a water. Definitely a little beat. A little something, something. So I'm just chilling. Let me get a little stand up. Standing up ain't bad. It ain't bad at all. So when you get to this part here, the sidewalk becomes very wide. And they're probably gonna mark this off for the bike lane. Let's see if he's gonna pay attention. He's gonna look? He's not looking yet, not looking yet. That dude didn't look the whole time. Whew. And then the other gamble is when you're on this, you have a driveway right here. And then we have this crosswalk right here. Woo! Yeah, party people. This bike is fun. Ain't gonna lie to you. And the fact that I can go to a spot and have even more fun with it. It's like the icing on the cake. You can go to the trails and jump around in this bad boy. No problem. Didn't really flex. No crazy noises. It was just on point. Alright, no cars were coming, so I went through. So here goes the bike pedestrian lane right here. That's what it's going to look like, hopefully, down this whole thing eventually, once they get it done. I don't know how far down they're going to go because it ends a couple lights down. This part of the bike lane ends. So hopefully they'll keep this going all the way down. That'd be cool. Now we're on Route 112 once again. And we're about to hit the bootleg bike lane. Bootleg bike lane action. Right now. Ooh. Okay. No cars are coming. We keep it moving. I got a little wind blowing against me going south. Maybe a little more than a little. I'm just gonna take this bike lane. Up on the sidewalk. A little sidewalk action, yeah. Oh, we are out. Got my little cruising speed going. They do have smoothies over here too. I may wind up getting a smoothie. Definitely a good time for a smoothie. Should I get a smoothie? Let's see. Ooh, that was a bump. That was a bump. That was a bumpity bump. Zoom. Zoom. I got this smoothie. It tastes like pina colada, even though it's vanilla in there. It gets that pina colada taste. It's really good though. Wow. Wow. And I'm just gonna cruise back to the crib. So, first time on the G2 Rebel Ozark Trail. Definitely a way better bike than the G1. And I love the G1. And I love how good the G1 is for the price that you get it for. This bike is a big upgrade from the G1. It's lighter, stiffer, smoother, and I think the geometry is better for not just cruising around, but for a little more aggressive riding. It's more of a medium than the other medium, than the G1 medium. This medium is better. Definitely a better size. It fits me better. And it'll fit me even better when I put a shorter stem on there. I'm contemplating on doing that sooner than later, but I want to do a couple more rides with the complete stock bike first before I start changing things around. The seat on this bike, I know people complain about it. You know, if you don't really ride bikes that much, you don't really, you know, you got to get your butt acclimated to these seats. But the seat on this bike is way better than the one on the G1. The G1 seat I didn't like at all. I also like the fact that the seat is smaller altogether. It's not as big as the G1 seat. That one's a little bit longer and maybe slightly wider. And when you try and do some more aggressive riding, it gets in the way, especially since the seat post doesn't go all the way down, doesn't slam all the way down to the frame. So there's that. This bike overall actually looks better, even though it's all black. I really thought I wouldn't like the all black. But in person, the stealth look looks pretty fresh. The beefier carbon forks are also a better look, in my opinion. Oh boy, gotta go on the street, somebody's walking on the sidewalk. Gotta get in my lane, danger zone. But the beefier forks make the bike look better. Not that the other bike looked bad, but this definitely is a plus on the look department. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hitting bumps, camera moving. Speaking of bumps, I'm not afraid of the chain popping off when I hit a crazy bump. Chain will not come off because it's a better derailleur. I love the fact that it's a 1x and not a 2x. Has a way better sprocket on the front, and I can easily change it with another sprocket if I want. Let's see how that works. That gear ratio will work better with a different sprocket if I want to. Bottom bracket, way better outboard bottom bracket for a smoother, stiffer cranking. I would take this to the track and I wouldn't have a problem coming out the gate full blast. And I'm really feeling this bike. Did a really good job on the upgrade. So look, yep, this bike is $658. I think it comes up to like $700 after taxes. And you are getting what you pay for, a better bike. You're still getting a lot of bang for your buck. For a $600 gravel bike, it's really good. Really good. You're not missing out on much. The only things that you would really want to upgrade immediately, pedals. Pedals you could definitely upgrade immediately. My feet slip off the pedals. When I was hitting the jumps, I could feel my foot sliding around. Now, ironically enough, the pedals on the G1 are actually better than the G2, in my opinion. With these same sneakers on, with the other pedals, my feet don't slip off. Woo! This is a really good protein shake. Very sweet though. That's not good. I'm trying to cut down on the sugar. So get ready for more videos on the G2. I'm going to be doing more videos on the G1, of course, along with all the other bikes. Stay tuned for that. Oh boy. I'm going to go through this light and hope I don't get ran over. Nice. It just changed, so that's good. But yeah, get ready for more videos on these bikes, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Let me throw this helmet on all the way. Now I gotta find a garbage can. Throw this thing out. Woo! Floating. This is definitely, it definitely feels better for long distance too. One day I got on my G1 and was kind of dreading riding it to the train station and all that. I'm trying to think, I don't think I ever rode it all the way out to the city. Maybe I did. Maybe one time I did, I can't remember. I think I may have. It was miserable. I know one time I rode the bike, I was just like, this is miserable. So I definitely want to take this on a long ride to the city. Definitely want to ride this throughout the city. Have some fun with it and all that. So yeah, stay tuned for all that type of stuff. About to go in, son. So let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about this. Ooh, excuse me. Let me know what you think about this bike so far. Stuff that you've seen online. If you have the bike personally, let me know if you like it. If you think it was worth purchasing over the G1. If you feel a significant difference between bikes, let me know. But to anybody out there who doesn't know, yeah, it's definitely a significant difference between the bikes. Most definitely. Where's that garbage can? I see no garbage cans. Why are there no garbage cans? People get mad at the price of this bike because they're spoiled by the price of the other bike. That's one of the catch-22s about when the bigger brands make really affordable bikes, is that it makes it hard for the bikes that are actually priced for what they're worth. And also, you have to think about how much it costs to ship them and how much it costs to make them, and the margins of people trying to make a living selling bikes. you know, it's a business and people have to make money in order to continue that business. So you can't make frames and bicycles at a loss and expect to stay afloat. That's why a lot of these bike companies is going under, getting folded, getting bought out by other companies and then getting folded. Because, you know, either the number one, they overprice their stuff, or number two, they underprice. You know, just keep in mind Walmart has the advantage of being the in-house distributor. So they get rid of a middleman there. They have their own in-house people building and all that stuff. They have the deep pockets to buy in enough bulk to sell bikes for a reduced price. Good bikes for a reduced price. So they have that advantage, which is great for somebody getting into the sport, great for somebody who's already in the sport, don't have the money for it, you know, but it also puts other brands at a disadvantage. But don't think for a second that some of these bikes are not worth the money that they cost just because you have inexpensive options like these that, you know, may be just as good in some aspects, but in other aspects may not be. Now it's getting dark. I don't have my lights on me. It's getting a little dark. I gotta get on the sidewalk, not play around, because I won't be seen out here on the black bike in the dark. Not a good look. So let's hop on the sidewalk over here. Gotta be really mindful of the cars coming up. Make sure they see me. I do have this yellow helmet on though, so that helps. Gotta get some reflective tape for my helmet. That'll help out a lot too. So if I don't have a light, if my light's out, got that reflective helmet action. So there's that. Ooh, bumps. Oh yeah. Nobody coming right now. Getting to the intersection, and that's it. All right, y'all. So we are out of here. I hope you guys like that video. Hope you guys got some good information on the G1. I didn't do my review like I did the last time, but I'm also going to do some more reviews on the bike. There's more things to check out, so stay tuned for that. All right, so go out, ride your bikes, have some fun, enjoy, get some exercise and all that good stuff, and I'm out. All right.